You're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm gonna just build this in for everybody who might be interested or concerned. Yes, we will be doing spoilers. We will be jumping into the story a little bit. The day is broken up with a couple of different streams in mind. I still got to take the kids to school this morning. So I'm gonna play through some story stuff in this stream specifically. And then essentially when I get back after dropping kids off, we'll probably jump into the raids. I jump into Island Sanctuary after that. Note to self that I will help the stream do whatever the stream needs to do. So if you have not played through Final Fantasy XIV's 6.2 story, or maybe even a little bit prior, I would recommend checking out this as an archive video down the road. I would not recommend jumping into it right now, but there will be plenty of spoiler-free stuff planned for today. So with my scholar equipped. Oh, good. Yes. Let's go to In Search for Azlada. That's what we're going to kick off. Good morning, Itza. Lady Wizard already in queue. Honestly, have to say, really enjoyed not being a 24-hour maintenance. I don't know if you guys are like me, and I'm wondering if that's heavily because of the week of Savage delay, which, if that's the case, then I think that's going to be great for everybody. I think that's gonna be good for in everybody's case. As I start to wake up myself. Larishan. Excellent timing, Bryn. Just a moment ago, I received word from the Ironworks. We have completed their task, or they have completed their task, and are on their way with reinforced warding scales. Similarly, our alchemists have also succeeded in creating an artificial atmos. All is in readiness for our journey into the void. I have instructed our comrades to gather at the Great Work. Let us head there at once. Hey, what's going on, Roses? Good morning to you as well. Oh, and thank you guys already for the 2 likes. I think those likes were actually already on the stream before I went live, so nothing like a good pre-like. Hello, Yeshtola. There you are, Bryn. I present to you the fruits of the alchemist's labor, the artificial atomos. Though we have yet to put it to the proof, its ethereal is practically identical to the original, a truly remarkable feat in so short a time. The alchemists have outdone themselves yet again. Small wonder that they are the pride of Razadhan. I would express my gratitude to Nidhana, but it appears that she isn't here. She rushed off to bring the Atomos to attend to a pressing task, but said that she would return ere we set forth. Which should be shortly after our friends from the Ironworks arrive with the warding scales. Did someone say warding scales? Because it just so happens that we have them. Right on cue. 'Tis good to see you all again. But for the present myself to attend, keen to bear witness to our little experiment, are you? You know I am. I was there at the Crystal Tower, lest you forget. I wouldn't miss this for the world. You don't mind if we come along, do you? We'll see you off, at least, I hope. It's thanks to these 3 that we could finish the work so quickly. 'Twas painstakingly collecting data to make the reinforcements possible. The scales will last a good 10 years in the void with nary a hint of degradation. As for the ones that they did the actual reinforcing, we guarantee their quality as well. They'll keep you safe. But enough bragging. Here are the scales. With these, we can search for my sister without fear or of corruption. I know not how we can repay you. Don't mention it. Midgard Stormer came to our rescue in the rift. It is the least that we can do to help his children. Thank you. Well, my friend, my only regret is that I won't be able to accompany you on this latest grand adventure. Wait. Nihana, is aught the matter? Before you depart, Your Excellency, there's something we wish to present to you. Will you please come with me? You will not delay us without good cause. Very well. Forgive me, my friends, but I require a moment. He's certainly taking his time. What sort of grand present could take so long to receive? The kind that keeps him in the void, I presume. In that God's forsaken place, he'll need all the help he can get. But you, of all people, ought to know that, eh?
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Vritra, I presume.
Nice.
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye. I was aware that the alchemists were busy preparing something, but this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both.
Even better.
'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is naught to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Void Scent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Varshan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Vashan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
I like that.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Varshan. And best of luck.
I have something for you as well. While you were gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Alzadar's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loporrits. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger. Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loporrits no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the Void. And who better to bear Hydaelyn's gift than her chosen champion?
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akali.
Akali. I always like how I get the pronunciation of words from the voice cutscenes. There we go. Awesome. Good morning, chat. Good morning, Didrik. And Roses, yes, patch is now live and beyond. So for a content schedule, guys, for those of you who want to know what the plan is for today, I have the normal take my kids to school piece of the day. So my thought is I'm going to get up early. I'm going to play through the story. This will be a story spoiler stream because I'm going to take part in it. And then essentially I have kind of the other streams set up so that, you know, when I wrap up the story, when I get back from dropping off the kids, jump into the raids. You know, like I'm gonna really jump into the raid scene, and then essentially I might also do an island sanctuary one as well, and they might all be segmented into their own kind of stream for that piece of content, so that for anybody who's interested in it, they can kind of join, you know, for that piece. And thank you guys for the 7 likes, by the way. The Satrap and your fellows have already departed for the vault. Are you ready to set forth? Yeah, let's do it. And then when story cutscenes are playing, note that's going to be my priority to either listen to the story or read it out loud, etc.
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Al-Zadar III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the Void Gate.
Baby.
It worked. We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area.
Sounds like we could go right into the dungeon
The
first.
command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands. In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
I like it.
Should we require healing, I can provide it. 'Twould be a welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Take heart, my friends, and have faith. We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
Mikey says, I can't believe I'm not going straight for Island Sanctuary. I don't know, like, it's not been content that I've been like, yeah, that's what I want. From the looks of it, I feel like I know exactly what Island Sanctuary is about, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right, we are ready, and that opens up the dungeon, which is excellent to see. Awesome, fantastic. Let's go with entrance. Fail court. Oh, party of NPC. That's the menu, and it allows me to pick sorceress, so she has the multiple role. Sat trap. All right. Very good. The party of other players. Oh, 575. Let's see here. Let's take a look at what gear is missing. Let's see here. 560. Definitely 580. That's good. 560, 570, 560, 580's over here. So I think if I pick up, see here, gloves, head, and boots. I think I gotta go to Rasatan. I feel like I'm constantly on the verge of sneezing. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Constantly about to sneeze. Yeah, Stola's going back to her roots. I love to see it. I love to see it. So I don't have any causality. I should have plenty of astronomy, which I do. Here, sage, healing. Gloves, healing. Shoes, healing. Alright, stand. Inventory. Equip, equip, equip. That definitely pushed me into where I needed. Let's see here. Let me just refresh my mage. Two eye mages? Oh no. Means I overrode somebody. Interesting set of boots. To how it doesn't necessarily flow with my outlook. I'm betting this was Scholar. I mean Astrologian. Alright, where are you, Astrologian? Aha. There we go. Got it. Alright, let's go back to Scholar. Duty Finder. Fail Court. And here we go. Mikey, absolutely. You're thinking right. I think that's something we're gonna have to test out later. I think that's something we're gonna absolutely have to test out later. The real savage is inventory management. But yeah, it hurts my heart, Zachary, every time I hear the glamour is the true end game. It's like why? Yeah, that's right. Uh-oh. The fell court of Troria. I love all the Final Fantasy IV callbacks. Morning. Alright, let's see here. Bring out a fairy, shall we? There we go. I was like, why's my thing messing up? There we go. Oh, good stun. Got to dust off the old scholar boots and welcome in the bots. Oh my goodness. Of course that's what happens when I'm the healer. I don't know if I got a mod with me yet or not. Here. There we go. Oh, that's right. They posted the job adjustments. One of the things I need to look at today. There we go. Let's run. Oh no. Ah, we're still moving. Not a fan of me. Ah, should have done this sooner. Dusted off the old cobwebs. Your will be done. A lot of demon flaming. lot more demon flaming. Oh, oh, oh. Grr, 7 rats. There is no escape. Very well then. Oh, it's the big one. Endless Nightmare. Oh no. Oh man. Oh. Thank you. All right. Oh wow. What a sight. What a sight. Thanks, Mikey. Oh, Headless Horseman. we go. It's fun seeing some of these models come back. We haven't seen really. I was wondering like how that the void arc and the design of that would play into this. That's right. We still don't know. I still don't know what the trial is. Beatrice, hello. All right, let's see if we can not die on this boss. Eye of Troy, yeah, I'm gonna... Whoa, a lot of eyes. Alright. Turn around. Whoa! Well, I didn't make it long. That's a Doom mechanic. Clearly I missed it. Zoom my camera out a little bit. Oh God. How am I getting hit by that? What is going on? Just straight up cleanse it. Okay. There's something I'm missing about those eyes. Oh! Nice job, tank. Yeah, you're right. It definitely can be insuned. Alright, let's see here. I just heal everybody up real quick. Cast off. There, they got him. Literally. And it still got me. Still got me. There's some big old circles on where they draw the lines. Man, this is a rough one. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Cyril. How are you today? That was insane. All right, I think I got some of it. I'm some reason still getting hit by the eyes, but at least I can Insuna that off, which is true. I didn't even see that I got that dot the first time. I was like, I thought I missed all the eyes, and then it's like, no, you did not miss the eyes. Yeah, I think you might have it beyond. I think you might have the right of it. Thanks for the 9 likes, everybody. Look at that great artwork on the wall. I'm wondering, is that who we're actually fighting? Like, is this her corrupted form? Yeah. I still don't like how I can't, like, get a stack right now. Eye of Troya. Okay, dodge that. That's good. All right. I was able to dodge that. A little shielding out on everybody. Good morning, Fido. Another Eye of Troya. Let's see if I can get this one down. Okay, and this is gonna be a donut one. Oh, it's double. There we go. Dodge, and then look in this general direction. Oh, fool. There we go. A little bit an easier recovery this time around. How can this be? How can you resist my gaze? Yeah, so if as long as y'all are seeing the same thing I'm seeing, I was like, I see how that it's you catch the one and catch the other, but like I was looking away, but you never know. Oh yes. Wonder if that's the voice son of the star shower. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. Let's see if Chris is live as well as over on Twitch. He might be. I almost did that fully. Go. Excellent. Out here saving the plains while you're retired on the farm. How's the island sanctuary treating you?
So the gate did open again and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels.
Oh, poor Beatrice.
I am Scarmilione, Archfiend of Earth and first of Golbez's Circle of Four.
Oh, okay.
Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your graves.
The Fiend of Earth, and yet, who is the trial? Man, they're really doing that to us. This expansion. Scarmilione.
Your ether is mine!
And this first of the four fiends.
Breathe deep of your death! You must die!
Oh. Walls. Now I've got views
My
of
blade thirsts for blood.
Oh my goodness. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. All right, excellent.
Protect me, my minion.
Yeah, party chat was saying they were hoping this fight would be the trial. Who knows? Still could be. This could be their introduction. Oh, thank you, Mick. Yeah, bright and early. We've got a pretty busy day. Got a full day today. I've taken the day off to play some of the patch itself. I will be taking kids to school. So that will be a natural break sometime around 7:15ish, and then I will be back, and we'll probably be focusing in on raids and more after the fact. You still going?
Stubborn mortals.
Way to go, man.
Come, fill your lungs.
Oh, you just Kitsu of Legend in chat says, how's it going? I just started Final Fantasy 14. About to finish a Realm Reborn. Your controller guides have helped me out a lot. Still struggling to select such a person to heal in dungeons, though. So for party healing, I usually just use the up and down on the D-pad. So that automatically is always going to cycle through party members. He got it. He got it off before I could get it. So that's how I have that. So I have it turned off otherwise. And so if you're focusing on healing, you can say, I'm gonna, excuse me as I go on. It's really early. You can kind of do a focus target, and then you can actually macro your damage skills. So that way you're like, okay, if I need to stick to the tank, I can. You can also change the order of your party list. Yeah, Chris is live right now. Let me actually go ahead and post the link here. Live also on Twitch. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me grab that pin. So if you guys aren't following over on Twitch, I generally stream randomly during the week. More typical during the evenings, more focusing in on running content together as a community, dungeons, raids, etc. Chris generally handles the stream Monday through Thursday. He might be picking up a couple Fridays. I usually stream Friday nights. So if you're not following over on Twitch, yeah, go check it out. Looks like a couple of y'all are subbing, which is really great. Thank you so much for that support over there. And who knows, you might be able to pick up a gift sub today. We have quite a generous community that supports us. All right, let's see if we can get this and not suck. Gummit. Oh, and then the poison too. Gross. Put that on myself. And then he did that massive sweep last time. Yes. Creeping decay. Alright. Oh no. I did not see this. Oh, get out of that grossness. Yeah, it makes sense that. There would be a level of necromancy in with this guy. There's the sneeze. I knew there was going to be a sneeze incoming. I felt it for a while. All right, where's he going? And then it's the wall. Sweep. Got it. The sneeze weaver. All right, GG. So beautiful. So beautiful. All right. Wonder if this will be our base from going forward. Right. That tank was excellent. And agreed on the pants. And there we go.
This Scarmalione, he knew the gate had opened.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume a fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question is, what will the minions do?
Ooh. How awesome would it be if we, like, cure them of their voidness?
Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
Like, I don't know.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Let's proceed with caution and pick up what we can. That one. Sage advice, my friend, is assuring you have experience with us.
I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
Buried memory. Excellent. 1 second. Clean up some of this. Perfect. All right. The castle should serve as our base of operations now. Ere we set our sights elsewhere, let's see what there is to learn here. Bum. From this point onward, you will not encounter Aetherites for a while. Should you leave Troya Castle, you may return here via the Weaver's Warding. Additionally, you may now enter the Fell Court of Troya with a party of NPC avatars via the Trust System. Shadow Remnants. Void Housing, calling it now. Let's go. The warding scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? It should sense Azada, where she remotely near, but there is nothing. Might you not call to her? Let her know that you have come? Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that I require my true form. Even if it were possible, a dragon's call is born upon Aether. 'Tis liable to draw even more Voidsent to us. I see. In any case, there is little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants, and understanding of which ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well, let us hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let us remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Yeah, do we get to explore this like kind of like as a zone? I love it! Haha! Alright, I'm gonna go this way. Oh, and I can mount up. I cannot fly though, but that's okay. Says, nope, thou shalt not pass. Grr. Grr. Grah. Creature snarls and glares at you. It is unlikely you'll learn anything from it. What enticing aether you have. Give me some, give me some. Ah, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, fine. I'll find someone else to eat. Rumble. While able to communicate, this one seems to only think of feeding. Better take your inquiries elsewhere. The mistress' eyes are beautiful, sublime. To bask in her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone. Never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? This creature mutters endlessly to itself, not sparing you much of a glance. I serve, I obey. Please do not eat me. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything. I know nothing. But the one we caught recently, they seemed to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have already been eaten already. You learn that you can from this void set. If you look in the dungeon, you may be able to find the clever one that was mentioned. I have nothing to share. While I do, those I approached had no will to fight. Neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. My experience was such the same. Lower rung void sent tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. I pity Scarlamon. J is dead. He was talkative at least. What of you? Clever void send in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let us take ourselves back here and find this void sand, preferably before its fellow makes a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. There we go. Passage to the keep. This all mounts out? Yeah. I always wish that within the dungeons that they had, there was always just kind of an open world aspect to them once you've cleared them. This is close to that. I don't know if y'all have ever felt that way, but I've always thought it would been nice to, like, hey, you cleared that dungeon, you know, maybe you can go gather in it now. Maybe it's just like you can go, anybody could go be there. It's a, they've been kind of doing that with the exploration mode, letting people kind of run through the dungeon and, you know, do things with screenshots and whatnot. Yeah, exactly, Vic. Oh no, I'm not mounted up. Is this the clever one? It's a Reaper. Is this gonna finally be an interesting version of Xenos?
You are the friend.
You are the void sent bound to Xenos.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
The friend. Well, hello, Crystal.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
What's it gonna do? Purify him? Bring in the balance? Haha. Who is this?
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
Well, I like it. I like it a lot.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't.
Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature.
So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
In his twisted world, yeah. Strictly speaking, I'm Bryn Salazar.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
Yeah, my nose is like killing me today, guys. All the rain recently. Okay. As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from the other Voidsent, at least those we have met, and this change we witnessed, I suspect, is due to the crystal purging the excess of darkness within her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness, and I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about her world. Ba-ba-bum. Where everything begins. So I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you are after? We are looking for a Voidsent in whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world and know little unless of its workings and ways. We would be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon? Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule of this world. You call the void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Voidsent crave one thing alone, Aether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well, I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. If we are to talk about the void, let us do so outside. Come with me. Yeah, I'm gonna blow my nose real quick because it's just like, feels like it is kicking my butt. 1 second, guys. So much better. So much better. All right, let's go talk to them outside. Don't mind my lunar whale through your dungeon.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void-sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin-eaters, darkness begat void-sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void-sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void-sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me void-sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
Then call me what you will. I care not.
How about Zero?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then.
Here's to a fruitful partnership. I think it's a nice name.
A name is a string of sounds. Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ajdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us. Did you say something?
No.
No?
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
I must say we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't a part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. We shall have it soon as we arrive. Go. The doorkeeper. And I am looking forward to the variant dungeons. Oh, we might have ourselves a fight. On proceeding, several cutscenes will play. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time. In addition, they'll be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. Please note, if you enter the battle associated with other quests or logged from the game, the progress will be lost. Here we go.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
You're mine!
Oh, good. They're still alive.
That I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome cutie should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
Good morning, Morgan. Well, I guess we'll just...
Every soul in this domain serves me now. Come, feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
Yeah, I wish they would have put it. They would put them all in a party. Then, as a healer, it would be a little bit easier on controller. I mean, where are we not? We need to absorb this stuff.
Of the Archfiend of Earth.
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless. You cannot defeat that which cannot die. Struggle and slaughter all.
This bodes ill. Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this damnable beast.
Oh no. Ah, bollocks.
Quickly, stand together!
There's no end in sight. A retreat may be in order.
No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
Aha, hello, Christel.
They've been crystallized.
Ah,
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
all right, back to fighting this guy again.
However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn Voidsent into crystals.
What is this power?
You assemble before my truth strength!
Attend to the minions first. Be gone.
I'm not able to. There you go. I was like,
That's far enough.
Trickery will not save.
Oh, reinforcements!
This will hurt.
Impressive.
And there's the sword.
Pathetic. Useless. Enough. Enough!
First bind.
We cannot win without Zero. We must help her.
Another debt to repay.
If I must deal with you first, I'll kill you all myself.
Finally getting serious, are we? Very well. Let us return the favor.
Rotten Rampage. I think that we've seen these mechanics before, and all of us, like, at least for so far, it's the same mechanics. So it's not like, I mean, a light twist on them, but it's not like, oh, completely different fight. Ah, no.
This place will be your grave!
This magic! We must stop him now!
Everyone, to me!
Give it everything you've got!
Yeah, let's go. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again! What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable thing.
Crystallized. Oh, all right. Echo kicking in.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Oh, wild. Okay.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Are you all right?
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
All right, all right. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we have questions. I trust Zero can answer a few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. Groping in the dock. Bryn, you have come to the 13th of 4, yes? You fought Void Sense here. But clearly you didn't know that they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to be dead at the time, yes. I doubt not that they did. There must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return in contravention to the natural order. Do you remember aught of the ordinary? See a sealing magic like Xenos's perhaps? Zero's perhaps? There are circumstances in which we are unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you have come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct void sense once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by enemies of your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, assuming you survive the process, it is highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite this greater strength, Scarlet Monet managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind the aether of the soul in the crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I am the only one left. I am told that heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Arasite. Are they the Memoria one and the same? Arasite? I do not know this word, but the world is vast, and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere. But it does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I never thought about it. I do know, though, that the Void Sent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish that you asked about a man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say I know how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Void Sent again. Let us entrust this task to Bryn. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but I will not ask about Golbez in my stead. On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here to discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. where does it need me to go? And that way. Perfect. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. If no one wants it, then perhaps. Golbez, of course I know him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they seem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee. Though soon, there'll be nowhere to run. Excuse me. It seems those archfiends only keep those who are fit for battle. Others must escape or be consumed. If only, if the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return. Then I may bask in her gaze yet again. Golbez, you say? My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and they have conquered many domains. The mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. Seems archfiends have been attacking other domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them. Ah, the tasty one returns to tempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. Golbez, I know him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions, and no one ever sees him. With his army of minions, Golbez would seldom have to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him. It is early. Welcome back, Bryn. Were you able to learn aught of value? So countless voices sent enters the archfiends, who in turn answered to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scarlet aggression is also consistent with the claims that archfiends conquer their domains. The question is how did we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? We could target his other archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on the Isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I am determined to save my sister Azada. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I would lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of my world already? If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more of a threat? If I refuse, you will force me to serve. If you accompany us, we can offer you protection. Surely you must desire something. Name it. I have no purpose. Why would I desire anything? That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in a world that's already dead? With that logic, you have no reason to refuse our request. The payment need but be to your satisfaction, correct? I did not already say as much from the start. Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in Aether. That's all you had to say. Everything else was superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how to get off the isle. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we will need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with Aether. Excellent. Let us go find our mount at once. Not good, Lord Golbez. Must hear of this. Yeah, it is early, Patrick. Here in a little bit, I'm going to take a break, and we'll go take Maddie to school here in a little bit. So just note, we will have a break in our quest. Yes. Well, happy first day of school. We did ours last week, and so we've got we're back in the throes of it all. We should be able to find a mountain here with a castle in disarray. The creatures will be hungry. Just a little Aether should suffice. Are you ready? Yes. Travel to Troia Keep.
There it is. Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
It's wild. Nice.
What is this place?
My domain. In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs?
What's that?
What's enticing you there? Let me have some, let me have some. Not fair. I don't want to believe you.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word. Follow me.
This is my abode. The others won't come near, so you may be at ease. While they know their place, if tantalizing Aether were to walk by, I can't guarantee they wouldn't pounce. It is a Voidsent's nature to consume, their sole purpose. Even if the pursuit of Aether may lead to their undoing, many succumb to this instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Nowhere to run. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the Voidsent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn has served Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making inquiries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. You're going too, of course, which in case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Then it is settled. I am ready when you are. Ready? Lead the way. I'll leave it to you to decide whom we speak. There's actually a little... I call this my abode, but I spend hardly any time here. I only turn for meditation. While physical wounds may be healed by replenishing one's aether, you can't preserve your form if you lose sight of yourself. Such is the risk of intent. In consuming another soul, it dilutes your sense of self, alters you inside and out. To guard against this, I meditate, visualize who I am, and place all my own. To walk around with her like that, you're her minion then. You know I don't take minions. He has some questions and I want you to answer them. Golbez, I don't know that one. Only Skatash. When she led us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I have been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That is all I can tell you. Skatash was a powerful Voidsent who ruled over the vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. This is the heart of my domain. Normally it is deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall the statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly do not wish for it. Like it's the paladin putting up the... called arms. Stay away from me if you don't want to be eaten. Stay away. Golbez, Golbez. I've heard that name before. Ah, I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfillo. He was a minion of another minion, went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see, perhaps our fellow can tell us more. You're one of the mortals, is it true? Then you die over and over. You really die. So it is so. So it is. What brings you here then? Ah yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army, so I hear. But recently he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he is gathering enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he's about to make a move. Satisfied with what you've learned? Ah, but let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. It seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that might be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfero once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. I suppose I should explain. Farfero is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consorts with others. The only one he is comfortable with is Susano. He's a fellow coward who runs in instance he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's aether, such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out for Farfero, I presume? Then I'll come with you. He's less likely to hide in that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere...
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it. They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye. If the very notion wasn't absurd! Drifting on good, drowned in darkness. That's what we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains.
Oh, wow.
The insolence. No place.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
All right. Our fellow keeps in the fringes of my domain. This way. What's sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please. But all must answer to the hunger that we seek out prey when they need aether. Except for Farlow and Cicerano, that is. They are content to take one from another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Cicerano will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. For Farlow, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Oh, whatever will I do now? Cicerano, this is rather unexpected. Where is Farfelo? Gulp. Farfelo isn't here anymore. He left. Yes, that's right. Left. That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, all right. What more do you want me to say? Did they eat him? Off he flees, as he is wont to do. But something doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Cicerano's behavior? He seemed frightened. Perhaps someone had threatened him. I don't think he's telling the truth. Did he eat him? So, you think so too? As he says, Farfano was gone, but that was quite unusual. As it is the fact that Cicerano, who is clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee, but instead hid here, where Farfano usually... No, we must go after Cicerano now. Oh no. Yeah, that's right. Shouldn't mount up. Cicerano, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. After him. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Assyria. Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you, Barbara, the Archfiend of Wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see, that explains everything, almost. I thought it was Farfano who used to serve the Archfiend, not you. Not you, who always ran the first sign of trouble, or who now speaks as though he was Barcelona's minion. There's only one explanation. He devoured Farfaro, didn't he? Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, it is that way of it. Did you devour Farfaro? And not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe that you would have lost control. More likely, it was at Farfano's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admitted, Farfano didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbaricella more than anything. He hated the endless fighting. So he begged me to devour him so that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. Then you're eaten, your essence is blended with that you devour. And though you have no control, your consciousness is a part that endures. Where in this world, where the wheel of life and death still turned, the soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there is so much end here, no escape. All I know is this. In making this choice, Farfelo must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined with Susano's fear, driving him to act erratically. In place that will become a battlefield, we don't want to be eaten, neither me nor Farfano, but there's nowhere to go, nowhere. Then tell me about Barbaricella. I would like to know who it is that we face. It's too late. She is good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one. Ba-ba-da-ba-bow.
Aparicia! She has come!
And she's brought her domain with her.
Interesting.
The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
Fair enough.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
What's going on, Gaming Templar? How you doing, dude?
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Oh, beautiful.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbariccia.
Barbariccia.
Mind your
Barbariccia.
manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain? pitiful wretch is all. I will put you out of your misery. Alas, poor Scarmiglione, and good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh, you even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
Hey, just sort of...
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
Just a heads up, guys, we're about to wrap because I got to take kids to school, but I'll be back.
What's the plan then?
What's the plan? Go kick her butt. Go after. What do you... what do you think?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaricia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
We have a bargain. Cool. All right. On that note, I'm going to pause, aka end the stream here a little bit. There'll be another one that comes up here as soon as I get back, etc. So thanks, guys, for joining me. Hopefully, y'all are having a wonderful patch 6.2 day. Lots to do, lots to play, and lots to talk about for sure. So that's it. I'll see you guys here in a little bit.